Hello, I'm Millie Lane. Welcome to the 8th grade commencement ceremony. Although we can't all be together today, we are all watching with the same goal in mind, to celebrate the class of 2025 graduating middle school and moving on to another exciting chapter in our lives. In the next few days, some of us, such as myself, will be moving on from Abu Dhabi to start our high school year somewhere else, and some of us will be returning to ACS after the summer. The past 3 years have been challenging but rewarding, and I can't wait to see where the next 4 years take us. Tonight you'll be hearing speeches from past and future principals, fellow students, and a special performance from the 8th grade choir. I'd like to invite everybody to sit back, relax, and honor all of our achievements and successes.
Hello, we're delighted that you have joined us for the Grade 8 commencement ceremonies for the American Community School in Abu Dhabi. My name is Monique Flickinger and I get to serve as the superintendent. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I would sincerely welcome our faculty, our staff, our parents, and most importantly, our Grade 8 students to this video.
Students, teachers, parents, my name is Tiana Martin and I'm honored to speak to you all today. I must say, what an interesting middle school experience we have had. Hardly 3 years ago, we all entered middle school, anxious and excited and dreaming of a perfect 6th grade. And what's happened since then has been a unique experience for each of us. But we have all made memories, both good and bad. We've all learned and grown and changed, while the world changed with us. Different things await for us after this day, this commencement. Some will be moving across continents, and for others the only moving is up to high school. But even through the complication of our deep and intricate lives, we've all managed to find ourselves here, departing middle school, graduating 8th grade, as one class. Today, as we look back at our middle school years, reflecting upon some of our best memories, I'm sure we're remembering a lot of the firsts as well as the lasts. The first day you decided to sit with some person who's now become one of your dearest friends. I know I am. Or perhaps the time you decided to join some club or sport just because your friend convinced you, yet now the entire experience has become one of the most memorable things you've done. And here's one that we can all relate to: the first days of school, when all possible emotions are flooding through your mind: excitement, worry, curiosity, hope, and so many more. Now, along with firsts come lasts. Last days of school, the last day you saw your friends, as well as the last day of going to school with a global pandemic keeping you at home. And usually you get to prepare for these lasts. Usually the night before you think to yourself, wow, I better enjoy this. But COVID has taken that privilege from us. We all thought that we would surely get to see our campus again for the summer of 21. We all thought that one Thursday a couple of weeks back essentially meant nothing, besides the time to get excited for your weekend plans. Well, now I know that was actually the last time that we would walk those hallways, sit in those classrooms as proud middle school students. And I think that's one of the lessons that this absurdly uncontrollable, confusing experience has taught us. After all, the point of living is to be consumed by the present moment. And if we're too busy thinking and stressing and dreading about anything that could come or has already gone by, then the simplicity of the blissful present could be snatched from right under our noses. So I think we've all learned that everything deserves to be lived as though it were the very last. That way, when we look back, we have no regrets. And that's my wish for all of us. I hope the regrets are scarce. When we look back, we're remembering all our friends that have left, the friends that have just recently joined, as well as the ones that have been with us all along. 3 years, a tiny fraction of time, but it has meant so much to us. And while history books are going to pick out their own details and events, while our kids, decades and decades later, make fun of the simple technology we might be using, we'll remember. We'll know that no one has lived this time quite like we have. And we'll smile as we think back to some of our favorite little memories, marveling at the fact that we relied solely on the Wi-Fi to get to school every single morning, and for an excuse not to. I remember the day that we finally found our way back on campus, February 14, 2021. What an interesting day that was. We'll remember the little details, the moments and the adventures. And one day, we'll thank goodness that we were lucky enough to have lived it. Now, COVID has not only taught us how to live in the present, how to smile at the past, but a few things about the future as well. And most importantly, the future is unknown. It's unpredictable, but it's also undefined, and it's up to no one other than ourselves to define it. And now, as we venture into high school, some may be worried and others are looking forward to a fresh start. But I think we're ready. I think we're ready to start defining this next chapter of this journey. I do not know exactly what will come of each of us, but I'm excited to see what does. As we continue on, inevitably making mistakes and messing up, we'll be setting a lot of things right. As we learn and grow as independent individuals, we'll be making changes in the way the whole world works. And this strange, unknown future of ours is about to have 89 students come in and define it. And so, we stand here today. Here's to the class of 2025, to all the mistakes we've made, as well as the memories, to the future. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Carl Poulin, and I have the pleasure of serving the American Community School of Abu Dhabi as the middle school principal. We are here this evening to honor the students of the ACS class of 2025. As I wrote in the most recent parent newsletter, when I think of this year, I think about safety, resiliency, support, hope, and community. These are the words that I choose when I tell the story of this year. As you know, words have impact, especially when crafting a story. When we went into remote learning at the beginning of March of 2020, I don't think any of us really knew how long this pandemic would last. Last summer, we had to plan, replan, and reimagine the experience of school. With the safety regulations that were in place, our experiences during COVID had shifted our school culture a little. The new norms that we had to live by kept us apart in the middle school for 11 and a half months. Did you know that in 2019, Dictionary.com's word of the year was existential? According to their website, the word itself has been around for over 4.5 centuries. Existential is often used when a person's being and their existence is at risk. An existential threat to a species, for example, puts its continued existence in real, concrete peril. The word itself challenges us to consider serious issues in our world. While doing so, it can empower people to empathize with others, to stand up and do more, to save us all. Consider some of these existential threats: global climate crisis, injustice, and pandemics. In 2020, that same organization chose a new word of the year, and as you might have already guessed, it was pandemic. COVID-19 has had such an impact on everything in our world, including the decisions we make each day to keep each other safe, to what we wear, to where we go, as well as how we speak. I'm sure that our students will always remember these words and phrases that have become so much more common this year. Remote learning, quarantine, COVID testing and contact tracing, physical distancing, mask fatigue and screen time, hybrid and concurrent learning, vaccinations, Zoom bombing. Can you hear me? Please turn your screen on. Please, I just want to see your faces. And everyone's favorite, you're muted. In an uncertain, ambiguous world, school communities have proven to be so important today. Learning in various ways has helped re-solidify that our purpose at ACS isn't just to deliver the curriculum. People are most important, and with the tremendous collaborative efforts of our teachers, your parents, and of course you, your continued learning has been supported. Recently, our grade 7 students completed their family history unit, and this is something that the class of 2025 is very familiar with. For those who are not, it's a wonderful exploration of a real-life story of a chosen relative and learning more about the perspectives and facts of the time. And then the student designs a new story, and it is shared. It is one that is personal and full of context. I wonder about the stories from this period of time in our lives. Now that you're ending grade 8, you have a middle school story to tell. For the class of 25, will it be a story of lost opportunities in not playing sports, or a story that does not include traveling to exotic places for a week without walls? Will a word like pandemic play a far-reaching role in your narrative? And if it does, will it dominate the many choices that lay before you? You have demonstrated so many positive values throughout this past year, even when you thought that you might not get the opportunity to return to school at all. You have demonstrated tons of curiosity, followed safety rules with integrity, showed courage daily to persevere, and you've been compassionate throughout. You've learned about the importance of a connected community and how to engage in learning, whether it's face-to-face or online, or on your own. We lost hope, and we regained it. We had setbacks, and we kept going. You showed us in this no normal period of time about the importance of reading and responding to the environment around us. As we hopefully begin to emerge from this time towards something new, I encourage you to focus on the positives, to focus on what you've learned about yourself, what you've learned about your values, what you've learned from your relationships with your friends and your family and your teachers. Apply these to your middle school story. There's been a lot of tension and a lot of growth throughout this story, especially this year. How will you tell that story? And how might you tell your story more powerfully? Going forward at this time in 2025, you will have graduated from high school and you'll be preparing for your life beyond your secondary education. While that day itself is important, your pathway in getting there is much more important. I do hope that you choose a path that develops deep meaning for you, that it's impactful, that it's empowering, and most importantly, that it's joyful. I always say that the lessons that are learned during the middle school years are foundational. For how we learn to live our lives during this time can be a good indicator of who we might become. Choose to be kind and inclusive. I hope you remember this year fondly for all the good things that have come out of it. Don't let your story be dominated by any one thing or any one word. Don't be a bystander within your story. Stand up, take charge, and carry on with the fortitude that we all know you have. Stay safe and be well, and craft your story. Thank you.
It's my great privilege to read the names of the students from Section 8A. Lily Abelson. Bibars Al-Rakawi. Bronte Baker. Zain Baramki. Sienna Caveney. Heather Dar. Lucille Getman. Kennedy Gibson. Ella Goolsby. Orav Gupta. Adam Hegazi. Ryan Kim. Tiana Martin. Evan Moore. Nadine Nasser. Sammy Nouri. Virginia Phillips. Sarah Rehman. Jaden Rankin. Yash Shah. Rohit Sundara Raman. Alia Wales. Sammy Zimmerman.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure of presenting the Grade 8 Commencement Certificates to the class of 8B. Noor Abu Yusuf. Nathan Anthony. Nicolas Revalo Fernandez. Lucia Arlotto. Ishal Aziz. Claire Bernards. Jack Brandt. Omar Al-Shanawi. Adam Kablawi. Audrey Kamarat. Ayan Khan. Ella Kais. Carla Lonergan. Mateo Masney. Donald Gunnar Miner. Hadi Sabur. Mohammed Salim Nasser. Rashid Sisse. Myra Siddiqui. Elize Siddiqui. Layla Trinkle.
Hi, 8th graders / 9th graders. Congratulations on your journey of completing middle school. If you reflect on it for a minute, I'm sure you will agree that it was definitely a journey. It was amazing getting to know you guys this year, and what I can say is that you are a wonderful group and that the high school is very lucky to have you guys coming their way next year. As part of that journey, you learned, practiced, and lived our ACS core values. What we value is very important in our lives, and our values form our thoughts, words, and actions. At ACS, our core values are integrity, compassion, courage, and curiosity. As a school, we strive to practice and live out these values as part of our identity, at school, online, and away from school as well. At this time, Ms. Foss, Mr. Cadogan, and myself would like to present our Core Value Awards to students who demonstrate these values in their day-to-day lives through their thoughts and actions. The first Core Value Award that we would like to celebrate today is our award for courage. This award goes to the 8th grade students who have the confidence to take risks and do the right thing. Congratulations to Jack Brandt and Kira Kroll. The next Core Value Award we would like to celebrate is our award for compassion. This award goes to the 8th grade students for taking actions to understand how others think, feel, and appreciating the values of differences. For our Compassion Award, congratulations to Sarah Zimmerman and Matthew Sado. Congrats, guys.
The Curiosity Award. This award goes to the grade 8 student for being eager to learn and explore to gain a deeper understanding through inquiry and critical questioning. This award goes to Jaehyuk Lee and Nadine Nasser. The Integrity Award. This award goes to the grade 8 student for being honest, fair, and responsible in words and actions, and staying true to their principles. This award goes to Kyla Cronin, Marcus Ayub, and Audrey Kamrath.
Congratulations to all Core Value Award recipients. The core values represent an essential part of the skills needed to be successful in high school. I look forward to working with you next year in high school. Congratulations.
The Excellence in Math Award goes to Jayuk Lee and Adam Kablawi.
Excellence in Science Award goes to Nathan Anthony and Zoe Collette.
The Excellence Award in Humanities goes to Jenna Newman and Rohit Sundararaman.
The Excellence in Technology Award goes to Ryan Ayub and Audrey Kamareth.
The Excellence in Physical Education and Wellness Award goes to Zoe Collette and Nathan Anthony.
Bonjour à toutes et à tous. The Excellence in French Award goes to Jeremiah Matthew and Julius Dagdagan. Bravo, messieurs. Merci bien.
The Excellence in Novice Spanish Award goes to Matthew Rice.
The Excellence in Spanish Intermediate Award goes to Kyla Cronin.
The Excellence of Arabic as a Second Language goes to Tiana Martin and Sumin Pe.
Mabruk. The Excellent in Arabic, Matthew Saado Adam Qabalawi.
The Excellent in Art Award goes to two amazing artists, Audrey Kamareth and Gwyneth Garbett.
The Excellence in Band Award goes to Jacob Mogensen and
Carla Lonergan.
And the Excellence in Choir Award goes to Sophia Asakandi and Jenna Naman.
The Excellence in Drama Award goes to
Kira Kroll
and Jack Brandt. Congratulations!
It is my honor to present the commencement certificates for 8C. Laif Aljamal, Yara Ahwande, Nahala Al-Qudsi, Sophia Asakundi, Ryan Ayub, Jungbin Choi, Zoe Collette, Sophie Cristaldi, Kyla Cronin, Julius Clyde Dagdagan, Jose Felix Encalada, Maliki Gardner, Shadi Khoury, Millicent Lane, Daniel Lawal, Shehuk Lee, Jacob Morganson, Jana Namen, Sakara Noble, Matthew Rice, Talene Shah, Mikhail Trimzy, Sarah Zimmerman.
It is my pleasure to introduce the 8D Commencement Certificates.
Lujane Ajami, Marcus Ayub, Suman Bay, Kabir Bhatia, Wael Chapman, Kira Kroll, Mohammed Dahir, Lionel DeVischer, Miriam Devki, Emma DeCastri, Karem Adepli, Gwyneth Garbett, Harold Ho, Sufia Husseini, Ahmed Khalil, Aisha Khan, Jeremiah Matthew, Yasmina Musfi, Amani Nasser, Sanjar Ovazov, Matthew Sado, Yasan Terezi, Danny Eunice,
Today, folks, I'd like to tell you 4 stories. That's right, no big deal, just 4 stories of my experiences here in my first year at ACS. My first story is about compassion. On the 1st of September, I joined ACS amid a global pandemic. I remember myself seated in my hotel room, shivering because my dad had the air conditioning up to maximum. I used a bathrobe as a sweater because none of my winter wear had been shipped here yet. I also remember pressing that join button to join my first class, which is Oasis, with trembling fingers. About a minute into class, I received a ping from my Gmail tab, and it said that someone wanted to talk to me. And I was thinking along the lines of, whoa, I didn't even talk to anyone yet, and someone just chatted me? That someone was Jeremiah, and he is one of the many wonderful classmates that I have here, which made my transfer to ACS such a wonderful experience. But it wasn't all so pleasant. As a new student, joining a school in an online environment, I was lost. The cheery atmosphere of a classroom had been replaced with the cold air of a Google meeting, and whatever I knew about making friends went down the drain. But everything was going to be alright, because you were there for me. You didn't know anything about me, yet you stood for me. When I was lost, you showed me the way. Because of your compassion, ACS, this awkward new kid made more friends than he had fingers on his hands, successfully ran for student council his first year, and founded the school's business club. In my life, I've had to move a lot. ACS is my 6th school. But I must tell you something. I've never seen any school with students as compassionate, inclusive, and simply uplifting as you are. So thank you so much for that. My second story is about courage. On the 29th of January, the first case of the novel coronavirus was reported in the United Arab Emirates. And our lives have never been the same ever since. Our schooling shifted to the World Wide Web. Our friends turned into profile picture icons. And our teachers, well, they turned to frozen and glitchy camera feeds. And we had the courage and we had the grit to go on. Through all of the glitches, through all the awkward breakout rooms, through all the stress, we persevered. And I think we did a fantastic job of it. Because look at us now. We are proud to almost be high school students who schooled with excellence in the middle of a global crisis. This story will be written down in history books. And I guess we have a great story to tell our grandchildren off in the far future. And all this is due to our great courage. My third story is about integrity. But what is integrity? In my eyes, integrity is a quality in a person which allows them to keep their moral and ethical values at the forefront of their lives and interactions, regardless of what they're faced with. This year in theater medley, my class was doing stunts and fight scenes. However, due to the pandemic, some of our theater students were unable to do their part in the scene presentation on campus. Honestly, it is difficult to coordinate fight scenes when the very person you're fighting is kilometers away. And it's hard to collaborate with a groupmate when all you can see is frozen camera footage. But let me tell you how those performances turned out. They were beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I remember the oohs and ahs from the audience as an on-campus theater artist was slapped to the ground by a huge, looming online theater artist with their fists enlarged to enormous proportions. I remember one performance where the online student rocked a costume of Dora the Explorer and played her role as a TV character while fighting the on-campus student here at ACS. And how did this happen? How were we able to create such powerful, effective, cohesive performances in such situations? It was our integrity, our ability to keep our moral and ethical values of inclusivity, understanding, and respect at the forefront of our actions. My last and final story is about curiosity. In all the schools I've been to, I've never seen such a beautiful manifestation of curiosity in students. When I joined 8th grade, I can still quote word by word what one of my classmates said in humanities class when he was asked about the hierarchical system of popularity in the school. He stated, with great conviction, "Mr. Coleman," he said, "out here, nerds are at the top of the hierarchy." That student was right in that at ACS, knowledge and curiosity is valued. At ACS, there is no specific group of nerds. We are all curious beings who wish to learn more about the world all around us. And we're all knowledgeable beings in our own ways. During the pandemic, all of us had time for ourselves. And in that time, everyone did something different, something unique. But the one thing which I saw in common with everyone is that we're all learning and we're all progressing. Whether you're binge watching on Netflix, gaming, reading, or creating something new, the one thing which unites us all is our curiosity. We want to know what happens next in our TV shows so we consume the relevant knowledge. We want to understand how to better strategize and conquer our enemies in our video games, so we test out our ideas with curiosity. The same goes for our books and our creations and our newly developed skills. In 2005, Steve Jobs gave a commencement address at Stanford, and he wished every graduate present that day to stay hungry, stay foolish. And I thought, what does that mean? And after some deep consideration, I understood. It means to always have a hunger for knowledge and learning, and to stay foolish by doing what everyone else said was impossible. Next year, we'll all be going on enduring journeys of our own. That journey could be tackling a new realm of education when we move into high school. Or maybe it's going to be moving to a new country and making new friends. No matter what you face in your next few years of high school, I wish you the same as Steve Jobs did at Stanford Commencement. I wish you to stay compassionate, to stay courageous, to stay integrous, and to stay curious. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Miss Green and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the high school principal here at ACS. On behalf of all of my colleagues in the high school, a big congratulations to the class of 2025. We can hardly wait to welcome you to our side of the campus in August. You have a lot to be proud of. I've heard so many wonderful things from you from somebody known as Mr. Pfeiffer, who you may know, and I can't wait to meet you in person in August. Until then, have a restful and enjoyable summer, and we'll see you soon in high school.
Congratulations, we did it. We survived 8th grade. As we move forward in the years, it will be very exciting to celebrate more highlights and accomplishments that will come. We all worked so hard this year, and this commencement was well deserved. Thank you again to all of the parents, teachers, and administrators for supporting us through this hard time. I hope you all enjoyed the 2021 8th grade graduation. Have a great rest of your night and an amazing summer. I'll see you all next year. Thank you.